Hey everybody, I'm Bobbie. This is Bobbie Reads Tarot. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here with us. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for the week ahead. This is going to be for January 12th through January 18th. This is all of the energy and just different things that we can expect. Now, you guys know that when I do my weekly predictions, I normally just stick to the cards, but this week I want to share some different things that came to me in meditation because I think they could be impactful this week. As always, you guys know my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research, form your own opinions. Don't rely on these predictions. Don't go bet money on it. And be kind to one another and to me in the comments section down below, please. Okay, you guys. So first we're going to start with, I want to tell you what has come through meditation. And then we're going to look at the energy of the week. And then we're going to dial it down and get more specific. So the first thing that came to me in meditation is that we are going to see Biden do his final round of pardons this week. And I do believe we are going to see him give some preemptive pardons. Specifically, I'm thinking like Liz Cheney, perhaps anyone on the January 6th committee. But I do think that Biden is going to issue preemptive pardons this week. I was getting Monday or Tuesday, but really could come anytime. The next download that I got is that I believe we're going to see more people dying from extreme weather around the world, but specifically in the U.S. And the extreme weather I'm referring to is cold and wind. There's going to be a wind. It's going to be like things getting blown over, people getting hit by things that are, flying through the wind. There's going to be something with the wind, and then also with the cold. We're also going to see continued devastation with the Floridas and California. And I must say, if you are impacted by those fires, my heart goes out to you. I'm sending all of my love and also seeing how I can actually financially contribute to helping. And then the final download that I got is, I think this week, we're going to hear the first rumblings coming out of California about perhaps seceding from the United States. I don't think they're going to do anything about it. I don't think it's going to be anything like that. But I think we're going to start hearing the rhetoric, and I think it's going to come from perhaps even people in politics. So I think that there could be some talk about if Trump gets into office and he withholds emergency funds, things like that. I think there will be discussion of California seceding this week. Okay, so now let's look at the general energy for the week. And this, again, is January 12th, Sunday, January 12th through Saturday, the 18th. Knight of Wands. So right out the gate, this is about impulsive action. This can be about something happening very quickly. This is someone who can be competitive. This is someone who can be hot-headed. But this can also be an offer with speed. So I'm wondering if this is coming back to that energy of Biden in that last week, working with a lot of speed to get a lot of things done. I'm feeling like we're going to see him just do as much legislation and pardoning just as much as he can do. I think this last week we are going to see a flurry of activity. What is getting in his way? The King of Pentacles reversed. This is a person who makes bad financial choices. This is a person who is consumed by wealth. This could be one of two things. I feel like this could be referring to Elon Musk, or this could be referring to Trump. Or it could be referring to all of it. It could be referring to the Republican Party trying to put blocks in the way and stop things. I think we're going to hear a lot of talk from the tech bros, perhaps on like X, about the things that Biden is passing through in this last week. Ace of Wands reversed. Oh, gosh. So this is the energy that we're coming out of. And this is it can be a lack of action. I feel like there were a lot of things that could have, should have, would have been done during the Biden administration. They're, they let so much time pass with all of the Trump stuff and holding him accountable. And that is what's impacting where we're going this week. That's why we're going to see the things we're going to see. It's because of this lack of action during the last 4 years. Now, I want to preface this, okay? Because I know people are going to come for me for saying that. I think Biden is a phenomenal president. I think Biden accomplished an incredible amount during his presidency. I am not referring to that in any way at all, okay? I'm referring to more of like the DOJ and how they handled the Trump situation specifically. That is all I'm referring to when I say that he didn't do enough or the administration didn't do enough. That I'm specifically referring to in regards to Trump and his crimes. We have the Four of Swords reversed. This is about external events that happen that force us into a timeout. So I'm wondering if we're going to see something happen this week that's going to force a lot of people into a timeout. This is going to be, I think, an increase in illness. So an increase in cases of bird flu, an increase in, I think they're seeing an increase in like pertussis or whooping cough or whatever that is, increases in COVID rates. We're just going to see a lot of increases in things, health-related things that take people out. Americans are going to get sicker and sicker this coming week. And this can also be illness due to environmental factors. So for instance, people that are breathing in all the smoke in California or wildfires anywhere really, things like that. There's going to be external conditions that are going to make people much sicker this week. And I think there may even be talk about it in media where they start to address, yes, this is happening. People are getting very sick. We have this Eight of Cups energy. Eight of Cups is about leaving, departure, walking away. So I think that this is referring to, this is the last week that Biden is in office. And then we're going to see the things, things really start to shift and change. So this is referring to, this is his week of departure. That's going to be the main theme of the week. That's going to be the energy of this next week. But what is getting in the way, what they don't see coming, is this Knight of Pentacles reversed. And the Knight of Pentacles reversed is always Trump, because it's because he's not quite a king, because he doesn't have as much money as Elon. This Knight of Pentacles reversed, this is someone who avoids responsibility. It's someone who's lazy. It's someone who's not very competent. This can be someone who has complete financial mismanagement, has no idea what they're doing with money. Trump is going to do things to block what Biden is doing. And I think we might hear Trump even say, like, as soon as I get into office, I'm just going to reverse all of the things that Biden's doing in the last week. Now, I don't know if some of the things he'll be able to reverse, but I do think he's going to take that attitude this week leading up to the inauguration. We have the Queen of Cups reversed. So this talks about manipulation. There's a lot of manipulation that's happening right now in the United States. I think Trump is being manipulated by the people around him. But what's even bigger than that is I feel like we're going to see a lot of increased manipulation towards the American people from the media. So they're not going to be covering stories that are really important. And they are going to be covering stuff that's silly and ridiculous. Like Trump saying that they don't have any water to fight forest fires because all the water is being, channeled off to save the smelt. That's not true. When they had more water in their water reserves in their hydrant system than they had ever had before. The problem was that the fires were so massive because of the 100-mile-an-hour wind gusts that were spreading the fires, that they were using all of the water. there was no water pressure because they were tapping into so much water. That is why there was a water issue. But Trump has made it something completely ridiculous. And the media, like specifically Fox News, has latched onto these stories, and they tell these stories and then they don't fact check it. They tell the stories like there's truth in it when there is not. And this week we're going to see an increase in that manipulation. Be very careful. When you hear a story, don't just take their word for it. Do additional research to make sure that you have all of the facts, because the news likes to take little bits of the story but then manipulate it or twist it to where it looks like something completely different than it is. So please be sure that you're doing your research. The environment that we're in right now is the devil reversed. This is about defeat, release, severance. This is going to be a rough week. I think it's going to be hard for a lot of the American people. I think it's going to be hard for a lot of different countries as well, knowing what is walking out of the White House and then what's walking back in to the White House. The environment right now in the nation, it's not great. It's like this bubbling, festering energy that we're going to see just continue to bubble and rise. We have the Three of Cups. What we're hoping for is that people can get along. We're hoping that this doesn't turn out to be a disaster. We're hoping that, we can live our lives and just continue to be, happy and joyous and, have celebrations with our friends and not worry about our country, collapsing before our eyes. And the final outcome is this Page of Wands. This talks about new projects. This talks about enthusiasm. This can talk about enthusiasm for new things or self-development. I'm wondering if we're going to see something happen this week that gives us some enthusiasm. And you guys know I've been saying forever that and I know we're getting down to the wire now. There's like 10 days, but I've been saying that I really, really feel like something's going to happen to Biden and Kamala is going to get sworn in, even if it's for a short time. I'm wondering if that's what this Page of Wands is referring to. If it's not, this could be good news that comes from some kind of good news. I'm not going to speculate as to what it is, but we can expect that there is going to be some kind of good news that comes in towards the end of the week. I'm wondering if this is Trump's his party before the inauguration. I'm wondering if that's going to get canceled, if that's what the good news is, because that's being held on Saturday, the 18th, the last day of the week. I want to look at the energy of Trump's little whatever it is that he's throwing on the 18th of January, the day before the inauguration. I would like to get 3 cards, please, for the energy of that event. 1, 2 more cards, please, Spirit. Oh, that's way too many. 2 more cards, please. 1 more card, please. Okay. We have the King of Wands. There's that Page of Wands again, and we have the Lovers. Okay. So this is about a partnership. This is about good news. Good news is coming in about a partnership. King of Wands. This is about visionary leadership, career ambitions. No, I think he's still very much going to have the event. This feels like the event is to essentially look at me. I'm this new king on this throne. We're going to have this party and everyone's going to worship me. But we still have this good news. This good news could be that their event is the good news for this, not up here, but the good news for this could be that their event is going to go on, or they're going to have some new partner, some type of partnership that's going to come in that they're going to see as being beneficial. So yeah, I do still think that Trump is going to have his event on the 18th of January. Now I want to pull one of these Gypsy Oracle cards to get the energy for each day of the week. So we're just going to pull 1 card for each day, okay? So, Spirit, can you give us the themes for each day of the week, please? Two more cards, please, Spirit. Too many cards. One card, please. Okay. So the theme for Sunday is going to be falseness. Falseness. Expect a lot of what you hear to not be true. There will probably be stories that come out in the media that are full of falseness. So be very careful on Sunday the 12th, okay? Be sure to really vet anything that you are hearing because you can expect a lot of things to be false. Now we have Monday the 13th, messenger. News is coming in. I feel like this is going to be news released from the White House. I feel like this could be messages that are coming from Biden and his camp prior to leaving. There could also be news coming in, messages about different things. This could be messages about news coming in about things that are happening around the world, new information. Okay, so Monday, we're going to expect new information. Tuesday is a gift. Tuesday is the day that I feel like Biden will issue the preemptive pardons. That will be the gift that he gives. If it's not Tuesday, it'll be like Monday or Wednesday. It's going to fall like right in here. But this is going to be a big day for Biden doing everything he can to protect people and to just go out the door with a bang. I think we're also going to see additional funds being released perhaps to California. I know he's already promised a ton of money, but I think we could see more relief funds promised. This could also be perhaps like a final aid package to Ukraine or something like that. But Tuesday is going to be the day of gifts. Okay. Now we have Wednesday the 15th. This is going to be the day of constancy. All right. So I think Wednesday might just be a lull of a day. It might just be nothing changes. Wednesday might just be kind of a smooth, consistent, just like a normal day where we don't have to expect too much craziness. This could also be a day of procedure. So behind this woman, you can see this building. It's that feeling of governing. So we could see just like a lot of procedural stuff happening on Wednesday. Thursday is the day of hope. Now, this can be several different things. This person is blindfolded. So this could be people holding out for hope that Trump doesn't have his party, that the inauguration doesn't go through, whatever. I don't think that necessarily is going to be the case. This could be hope for the American people, hoping that it's not going to be as bad as we all think that it is. So I think there's going to be a lot of like nervousness and hope and anticipation that we're going to see on Thursday. And I think we might also see some things that are passed or that come down that give us hope for the future. So some legislation or something that comes out Thursday where we're like, okay, that gives us a little bit of hope. Okay. Friday is thief. Thief. So something is either going to be stolen or we're going to find out someone is a thief on Friday. Again, this could look like a lot of different things. We could find out that someone in business stole something. We can find out that something was taken. Something was taken that should not have been taken. And we're going to find out about it on Friday. Friday, there's going to be information about something being taken. And then finally, Saturday, the 18th, we have service. So I feel like this is referring to the event that Trump is going to have. It's this big, event where it's almost like a service. Like it's people coming to observe him, basically. you know, it's going to be like a church service, but dedicated to Trump, the Church of Trump. So I definitely feel like that's going to be the energy for the event on Saturday for sure. And we saw it with that King of Wands card with the lion on there. Okay, so that's the energy for each day of the week. Now I want to flip through these cards and just see if we can get any additional information as to what we can expect this week. If you are interested in any of these decks, I have a link in the description box down below to my website. On my website, I have links to all of these decks. So all of the decks are pictured. There's pictures of them, and you just click on the deck and it'll take you to the link where you can purchase them. Also in my description box is a little join button where you can join my channel. For my members, I do member-only lives where they get to ask their questions and I answer them, pulling tarot cards. And also, I put out content that is member-exclusive content. So you don't want to miss out on any of that. If you'd like to find out more, again, that join button is in the description box down below, okay? And this deck you're not going to find on my website because I made this deck myself. So this is the only deck you won't find. All the rest of them are there. Okay, what else do you have for us, Spirit? Okay. Okay, so let's get some descriptions to figure out who some of these people are. So let's look at our child actor and see if we can get any characteristics, any physical features, so we can identify who this child actor is. So who is this child actor? Someone who's daring. Someone who has long hair. Someone who has a sharp face. And someone with dimples. Okay. So I think we're going to see a story about a child actor. I'm wondering if this is going back to do with these wildfires, if there's going to be stories about different people who've lost their homes. So we need to be looking for a story with a child actor, and it could be a former child actor that's now an adult that's known for their daring roles, dimples, sharp face, and long hair. If you know who this is, let me know. I'm almost wondering if this is Joaquin Phoenix. He doesn't necessarily have dimples, but he has like the interesting scars on his face, the interesting markings. And for a lot of his roles, he has longer hair. I don't know. That's interesting. Okay, so we're going to see some story with a child actor, and there's going to be more with celebrities. I think we're going to see a lot. I think this is all going to pertain to the fires in California. I think we're going to see more about that. But what we're also going to see is a lot of philanthropy. So we're going to see a lot of people coming forward to help. And I think what we're going to see too is students coming together. So I don't know if this is students who have lost their schools. I know a lot of schools have burned down, or if this is going to be people coming through and doing something for the students whose schools have burned down, or if this is going to be students of other places that are coming together to send aid. But we will see continued philanthropy, a lot of people stepping up to help the victims of the fires in California. and we will have there will be students involved with helping. I think we may also see Kamala Harris go to California this week to just go as a goodwill trip. I do think we're going to see her go to California. I also think we're going to see some earth movement. I had predicted an earthquake earlier in my 2025 predictions on the Asian Asian continent. And then there was just a 7.1 earthquake in Tibet, just like at the beginning of the year. So that one has already come to fruition. I've also been feeling like there's going to be another big earthquake in Japan. I'm also concerned that we could see a smaller earthquake off the coast of California. I don't know if you guys remember me saying, but in another prediction, I think this could have been the 2025 actually. I predicted, I think this was in my 2025 predictions. I predicted that California is going to get beat up this year. And it's already happening. They've already had a couple earthquakes. Now they have these massive wildfires. And I just feel like this is going to be a very, very difficult year for California. So I'm concerned that we're going to see earthquakes this week, both in Japan or off the coast of California. Okay, there's going to be more that we hear about the leader of South Korea, the president who tried to institute martial law and then was overthrown, and they issued an arrest warrant for him. There is going to be more information that comes out about his story. We're going to see some movement. Okay, and then we have tech giant, social media company leader, astronaut. I do feel that we're going to get some news this week about the astronauts that are on the space station, Sunny or Suni and Butch. They are talking about Elon Musk using his company, whatever his space company is, SpaceX, to bring them down. That's kind of been the plan. And then he is retrofitting like one of his Dragon rockets and stuff. I think there's going to be some news that comes out about that. So either they're going to have like a preliminary date that they're going to get them, and that's going to be announced, or something. But I feel like it has to do with Musk, and I feel like it has to do specifically with Butch and Sunny that are stuck up in the International Space Station. There's going to be something that comes out about that. I am wondering if we are going to see Assad be taken out this week. There's reporting that he has been poisoned while in Russia. There is reporting that he is not free to leave Russia. So I'm wondering if there's going to be stories that he's either been killed, or there's suspecting that he's been poisoned again, or something. There's going to be something that impacts his health. I'm really wondering if this is the week where where Russia's going to take out Assad. Okay, and then continued news about Canada. This is going to be, I think it's going to talk a little bit about the Trump rhetoric with wanting to take over Canada. I know that Kevin Trudeau just came out and made a statement about that, but this could also be referring to Kevin Trudeau stepping down. We could hear next steps, like what the plans are as far as Canada replacing him or going through a new election process. So I think that this is the week we're going to hear more about what the next steps are for Canada now that Justin Trudeau is going to be stepping down. Alexa, play notification.
2 new notifications. From Alexa News. From CNN. CNN breaking news alerts. 10:30 a.m. ET. Trump sentenced. Do you want to hear more about this?
Yes.
This is a CNN breaking news alert for Friday, January 10th, 2025 at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. President-elect Donald Trump has been sentenced to unconditional discharge by a New York judge. That means Trump will remain a felon, but faces no jail time, penalties, or probation for his conviction in the hush money case. after being found guilty last year of 34 charges of business fraud during the 2016 presidential campaign. We'll have more on this story in the noon Eastern edition of 5 Things and at CNN.com.
Well, you guys heard it here first. So I think, well, you probably didn't hear it here first. So there, you guys have heard it. Trump was just sentenced. I'm obviously filming this on the 10th at 10:30 in the morning. So Trump was just sentenced. So we are probably going to see him freaking out this next week as well. I obviously you guys heard it. He was given unconditional release. So basically no punishment whatsoever, with the exception of just walking around with a title of felon, but it doesn't impact him. He can vote, he can do everything. So basically he got off scot-free, but he's going to freak out about this. So anyway, all right, you guys. Well, I am going to go ahead and end this reading here. If you're still with me and you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up on your way out. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, please consider clicking that little circle right there, boop, 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 so that you can hang out with me and watch more videos together. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.